represent the 1st Battalion 95th Rifle Regiment of Foot, who existed from 1803 to 1816 and are the forerunners of the modern rifles, and the traditions that we set up and the tactics that we used 200 years ago are still used as a basis for modern soldiering. What we were demonstrating earlier on was how they worked as pairs of soldiers. The weapon that they were using, the Baker rifle, was very slow to load. If you fired 2 a minute, it was very lucky. So it was imperative that always one of them was loaded. So one would fire, the other one would then cover while he reloaded. So there were never a time when neither of them were loaded. And if you think of 600 of them spread across a quarter of a mile across a battlefield, all firing, there would be a lot of dead soldiers ahead of them. Now, these weapons they were using were accurate up to 200 to 300 yards, whereas the weapon of the main army, the Redcoats, was accurate to about 75 yards. But their weapons were designed to be fired en masse, so you would have 5,000 of them going off at once, whereas we were designed to pick off officers, corporals, sergeants, drummer boys, all the communication within the army, to disrupt it, to make it easier for our Redcoats to then go in and finish the battle off. Our group is made of people from all over the country. We've got people from up in the north, in Derby, over here in Suffolk, and down in the south. And we all come together at events, and we try to live the life that existed for the soldier in those days as accurately as we possibly can. We are 21st century people, so we got modern comforts, but we try to make it as interesting and as accurate for the public to see what's going on. Why we do it is because we're interested in the period, the Napoleonic period, how it was conducted, how things were run, how the army was run, and how you would behave and how the battles actually ran. And the only way you can do that is to actually live the life. So we live it in camp like we're doing now. We go into battles like we did the reenactment of Waterloo 200 last year, where there was tens of thousands of reenactors taking part. And in that way, we learn how things happened in those days and how the books describe it, but you can't really feel it until you do it, and that is our main aim. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending. This is quite an important little firing display for you. It is what we call part 2, we did part 1 yesterday, of our annual firing competition to see who is the sharpshooter of the year. We call this is the Plunkett Trophy, which they're all firing for. Now, this was regiment, the 1st Battalion 95th Rifle Regiment of Foot, which existed 1803 to 1816. They used the Baker rifle. It was a new weapon in those days, designed to be able to kill from a distance, aiming at a person, rather than a block of soldiers coming towards you. The Redcoat Army in those days were trained to fire a mass of lead straight at the enemy. So you would have 2,000, 5,000, whatever, firing as a block, just aiming at another block coming towards them. In those days it would be a block of blue, because that's what the French wore. They wouldn't aim at a particular man. If you were standing in front of a musket, redcoat of those days, at 75 yards, and he pointed his weapon at you, if you were killed or even hit by him, it would be extremely unlucky. However, with the new breed of soldier, the rifleman, their weapon was rifled. It made the ball spin, it was a tighter fit down the barrel, and it made it go further and harder. So if you were 200 yards away from a trained rifleman, if you survived that outcome, you would be extremely lucky. You would probably be dead. At worst, you would be severely incapacitated and of no use to anybody. However, in order to maintain that level of accuracy, they had to train daily. And each rifleman had to fire a certain amount of ball a day, and on the results of the target practice, they were adjudged to be either a first-class rifleman, second-class rifleman, or a third-class rifleman. Now, unlike today, third class meant the best. So, first-class riflemen wear the black cockade, which is the standard cockade, which is the little black circle thing underneath their plumes. If you became a second-class rifleman, you would get a white cockade, and the ultimate would be a green cockade, as you can see some of these are already wearing. And you could hit 99 times out of 100, you would hit whatever you were aiming at, and it would be a small target at quite a distance. Now they use ball. We obviously can't use ball because it's a bit dangerous, so we've changed our competition so that it's the fastest firer. Now we've already done it yesterday and we've got the results, and we combined the results of yesterday and today to arrive at the winner of the Plunkett Trophy. Now Plunkett was a sergeant. Well, he was a sergeant sometimes. He was demoted up and down so many times. I think they must have had, if they had Velcro, they would have had Velcro stripes on him. But he was an excellent shot. And he is supposed to have, during the retreat from Corunna, have made 2 amazing shots. Now it becomes amazing because, as with any story, it gets embellished, exaggerated, whoever's telling it. What was happening is, during the retreat to Corunna, the rifle companies were defending the main army as it retreated. They were on a hill and being pressed very hard by the French, and Plunkett spotted the general in charge of that division. He lay on his back because I think he'd got wounded in the arm, so he couldn't really support it very well. So he lay on his back, put his gun on his feet, and fired anywhere from 100 yards to 600 yards, depending on who's telling it. However it was, don't forget he was in a battle, he was under fire, he still made the shot, knocked the general off his horse, stone dead. He then reloaded, which would have taken him probably about 40-45 seconds, fired again and it hit the other officer who was the aide and killed him too. He then got up, ran up back to the hill, and the general that was watching saw him, gave him a sixpence or a shilling for his troubles, not for being an assassin, but because he was such a fine shot. And that's what we expect in the rifles. So today we're going to do our second part, and we will present this to the winner over the O2X. Today we're also honoured to have 2 of our previous commanding officers, one over here, the one prior to one to me, Martin Hanscom, and the one before that, our old Colonel, Les Hanscom. He is going to present the prize to the winner. So we're happy to have you here, sir. I'll leave that in your custody. Right, the rules of the game are very easy. The men have been using these weapons all year, so we're trying to prove that they've looked after them, and if they called upon to use them, they would work straight away. So it will be the person that's best looked after his weapon throughout the year and best made sure it's working to perfection today. They will have 9 rounds each, and they will fire them as quickly as they can possibly do. If they're good riflemen, I would expect this to take about 3 to 4 minutes. Behind each rifleman we have an adjudicator who will make sure that they are loading in the correct way. Could I just borrow your weapon? Oh, by the way, we've got this engineering officer here who would like to take part in the competition for sport. And if any of my riflemen get beaten by him, they will be on severe fatigues as a result of it. Right, the way to load this weapon is quite simple. They get a cartridge of black powder, there's no ball in it, so we're not ramming a ball down it. They put the weapon to half cock, won't fire, put a bit of powder in that little pan, shut the frism, this metal thing which sparks, turn it round, put the rest of the powder, the paper down, take the ramrod out, ram it down, bring it to the shoulder and fire. Then they do it all over again 9 times. So there's no shortcuts. Everybody get prisons open, not hot. At the end of their firing, they will come to attention at the order arms and raise their arm and say completed, finished, whatever. Their adjudicator will step forward, check that the pouch is empty to confirm that it's correct. Their adjudicators can give them advice on how many rounds they've got left. One thing special about the rifles I didn't mention is they could read and write, unlike redcoat soldiers. Sometimes, though, however, they can't count. So we're not leaving that option of counting in their hands. Their adjudicators will advise. Okay, we're going to start the competition. I will say in your own time, prime and load, and on the word fire, you will commence. Can we have you at attention? Turn your weapon all the way around, sir. Cheers. Are you okay in your position? Do you want to move? They'll be firing that way.
Yeah.
We've got Felixstowe TV filming this today, so we'll put you on TV later on. Is he okay there? Don't move any closer.
No.
You ready, gentlemen? Good luck to all of you. Sergeant will be tally on the finishing. Adjudicators, be sharp. In your own time. Prime and load. Hold it. Fire! Solution to do this, and I'm quite happy to see that it's our chosen men that have done this. Chosen man is not Lance Corporal, it is someone that is recognised within the regiment that is capable of moving up to Corporal should a position become available, i.e. somebody's killed in battle or leaves or whatever. We've now got our two best soldiers tied for this. What we're going to do is we're going to have a shoot-off of 3 rounds each, the same way we did now. So if ever all the rest could move back, please, and have the 2 men come forward with their adjudication. Quartermaster. Okay, the winner will be the first one to finish the 3 rounds they've been given. Same rules as before. You have permission to clean the lot and get yourself ready. your own time, prime and load, fire. The slow motion replay. Okay, one shot each. You ready? Yeah. I don't know how you're feeling, but one shot. Make sure you win. We're running out of rounds. One shot to decide the winner. In your own time, prime and load, hold it, fire! Chosen man served is this year's one-kick winner, sharp shooter of the year. Colonel, if you would like to present him. Yeah. As well as doing our own events like at Landguard, we're here 2 or 3 times a year and we're thankful for their support in letting us use their facilities. We also reenact with a group called the Napoleonic Association. They've got a website and they've also on Facebook, and you can see any details of all the regiments that are involved, and we get together at events with them. We're always interested in getting new recruits, especially young men from 18 years on upwards, because of the licensing for these weapons we use. But we're also happy to have people who have got other interests that not particularly like soldiering, but of the period. We call them camp followers. We have an armourer who looks after our guns, and he's interested in the weapons of the time, and he specialises in that. So there's always openings for everybody in this walk of life, and we'd be happy for people to come along and join us.